What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Silent Hill F and its combat. Now, look, I'm very early. The title should hopefully explain it. I'm going to explain it in this video. I am not going to sit here and judge the entire game on 25, 30% of the game, okay? But what I am here to do is have a little bit of fun, make a video. I want to make as many Silent Hill F videos as humanly possible over the next few days. I'm making my way through. I'm having a blast. I think this game is phenomenal, and I'll have a full review. Obviously, I want to beat the game. I want to experience it all. So let me just lead with that. I think this game is really, really good, and I'm actually quite impressed with several features. But the combat was something that many people, including myself, talked about as we were getting closer, and I felt because of the feel I have on it right now, it could lead to an interesting video because I will be the first one to raise my hand in confession. I was actually one that defended the combat from the beginning. You can go back, you can watch the 15, 20 videos I made on Silent Hill F. I really always defended the combat. I thought it looked different. I thought it looked interesting, and I had always said that the combat in Silent Hill games have never been amazing, and that's maybe a hot take, maybe not. I really don't think it's a hot take, but I feel like the combat has never been spectacular, and sometimes on purpose. You have characters that are generally outside their element. The combat is clunky. The combat probably should be clunky, but at the same time, it comes across not always the greatest. So we've seen the combat before for Silent Hill F, and I had always said, well, this is a new opportunity. This is something that, because we've never gotten amazing combat, are we not allowed to try something different? And if it works, it works. Now, again, this is my confession, and this is only the first 25, 30% of the game, okay? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the combat. I don't think I want to sit here and tell you that I hate it. I think hate is a very strong word, and I think I used to say it more often in videos, maybe 5, 7 years ago. Nowadays, I think I reserve that feeling, or I put that feeling down within me. But no, honestly, I can tell you truthfully, I'm not a fan. So if you want to call me out, and I want to do this, I want to have an honest discussion because I did defend it. And here's the thing, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry I defended the combat. I think I have the right to, no, all jokes aside, I stand by what I said. I really, really do. I feel quite passionate about it. But I also am not going to sit here and lie to you. But here's the thing, to get into specifics. There's a moment between when you press the button, I guess a lag, if you will, but this moment of pressing the button and then when Hinako actually does it. And I think therein lies, the biggest issue because, it has this feel of, okay, you want to kind of read and react. It's got a heaviness to it, but it has a slower feel than what it looked like, okay? And look, describing it, like I wanted to make this video. I'm still obviously going to put this video up. Obviously, you're watching it, but it is kind of hard to describe. And I almost feel like, to be honest, in this case, I feel like it's almost a weakness. It's almost a negative when I say all this stuff because leading in, you can watch it and you can say, at least this is my own personal opinion, I've watched it and I've said, you know what? This looks pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to hide that. I've said that a couple times. I think the combat looks cool. And I think the general idea, again, that perfect dodge and, the enemies will light up red sometimes when you can do your kind of quick counter, right? If you strike them when they're lit up red before they strike you, you'll get like that kind of pause moment. You'll be able to hit them more often, et cetera, et cetera. I think it looks cool, and in the game, there's times where it feels okay or where it kind of works. There's times that I'll have a really cool moment of perfect dodging. I'll feel really good about myself. Number one, let me just say, it's hard. This is I wanted to do it on, so there's only, to my knowledge, there's 2 difficulties for combat, right? There's like hard, and then there's story, I think they call it. And I wanted to do it on hard because I just wanted, I don't know, I didn't want to be handheld. Again, like I kind of went in with this, not confidence, but like, I've said my things on social media, about the combat, and I feel X way, about the combat. Let me try it, and let me really just give it, what it deserves. But I'm also not a coward. I'm also not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I will tell you right now, okay, I'm about, slightly less than a third of the way through. I've actually swapped the difficulty. Did it get hard? To me, it got almost unfair, and I don't like to throw around the word unfair because oftentimes I think it comes back to the player, in this case me, because I'm pretty bad at it. But, there becomes a point where it just was not clicking, okay? I couldn't get over, and going back to what I said a few minutes ago, watching it and playing it, there's a delay. There's a delay when you're playing it where, at least me, I thought it would actually move faster. And not saying like moving slow is necessarily bad. I think the way that it plays was not appealing to me. But for me, it's like when she's swinging and when you're watching the gameplay, whether it's a pipe, whether it's the spear, and these, I have like a sickle. I've played around a knife. So I think those 4 weapons. I mean, it's not like I just picked up a weapon once, failed the first fight, and then called it good and said, okay, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to lower the difficulty. No, honestly, I played it a good amount, and I played it with multiple weapons. And the first fight, I do think I died, okay? Because the first fight, it's like, dodging, I did not expect it to feel this way. It's tough. It's really tough to convey. You're going to have to, I guess, honestly, play it for yourself. But it feels different than it looks. And to me, it just did not gel. So, I mean, long story. I mean, it's a longer video, and I'm kind of just rambling. But I'll tell you from the bottom of my heart, long story short, I'm not a fan. I don't like the combat. If I had it my way, I wouldn't do this again. But I do stand truthfully and honestly on everything I've said up until this point, this video, past videos. I like that they tried it. If it is up to me, and if it's up to 30% of this game, I'm here to tell you, not a fan of the combat. And it's, to me, it's a weakness of the game, at least so far. Maybe some people like it. It's great. Hey, if you like it, great. If you hate it, great as well. I think many people were calling it out before the game came out, and like I said, I was defending it. I still will defend it. At the same time, I'm man enough to tell you that I'm not having a huge blast with it. I think it can be rewarding. I think, when I face off against an enemy 5 different times because I dive the first 4, you do feel like you kind of got it. But I mean, I really only feel like that after doing it multiple times. There really has not been a time when I faced a boss or when I faced just really a casual enemy or like pick up a new weapon. And I do not have the confidence in being able to defend myself as her with that weapon the first go around. Like when I got that spear, I died with the spear like maybe 7, 8, 9 times. And it's like, all right, well, now I'm getting it, but it's not really fun even when I do get it. And then it took me 7, 8, 9 times to be able to get it. And I don't think that's probably a good thing either. So for what it's worth, just from me, that's what I'm here to say. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.